Welcome back to Sports Talk ATL. I'm Chase Earl, joined by Alex Lord and Jake Gordon. The lone free agency signing today was Taylor Heinicke, formerly of the Washington Commanders, who is assumed to be brought in to compete with Desmond Ridder. Now, I think we all have some differing opinions on this. I personally think Heinicke has a good chance of winning the job. I don't think it's, and like, I'm not going to say it's 50-50, but and we can all go around and give percentages, but I would put it around 40. I think there's a 40% chance he could win the job as the starter going into week one if they don't add, a quarterback through the draft.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is more of a competition thing. I feel like they want Ritter to win the job, but at the end of the day, if Heineke ends up being the better quarterback, which he has been in the NFL so far, and he's not ancient either. I think he's maybe, 26, 27?
29.
He's got 29. Wow. Well, I forgot he had that stint in the XFL.
Yeah, he's ODU. He's ODU XFL, so he's kind of had a long way to get here.
But still, even 29, he's not ancient. And so he's somebody they can roll with for 2 or 3 years if they really think Ritter's not the guy. Maybe even only 1 year if you have a chance to trade up for somebody. Like the Panthers just traded up to the first pick. So I wouldn't completely rule it out. But I would say I'd give Ridder a 65% chance as it stands.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see you guys are crazy. I know y'all don't think this, but he's basically Marcus Mariota. I mean, Taylor Heinicke's electric.
He's way better.
I just don't. If you go look at his stats, they're basically the same. They're the same player. They can't throw the deep ball. They're super athletic. They can make some exciting plays with their legs. But the end all be all, they're not consistent. They're not that accurate. I mean, that's who he is. And I'll say this, it's pretty much Ritter's job to lose. Though I can attest to you guys that it's not just Ritter's job. Like, that's not what's going to happen. They're going to go in there and compete. And if Heinicke –
That's why I said 65. 65.
Right. But no. But there's some Falcons fans who just believe he's backup. He's going to come in and be a backup. And I don't believe that. Like, I do believe there's will be a competition.
I mean, look, Marcus Mariota –
Hang on. Let me finish. I don't think it's below 80% that Ridder is going to be the starter. I think it's, pretty much going to be Ridder. Even if it's a toss-up, let's say it's 50-50, they're both the same, they're going to go with Ridder. They're not going to go with Heinicke. They're going to go with Ridder and at least give him half a season. Because Ritter's ceiling is he could be the 16th best quarterback in the NFL. Heinicke will never be that guy. He'll never be that guy. So that's that's what I'll fall back on, that the Falcons see the potential of him. Heinicke's 29. There's not much more potential to realize with him. You know what you're getting. But for me, yeah, it's Ritter's job to lose. I don't think Heinicke really even has – Go ahead.
I mean, I agree. I think it's Ritter's job to lose. I think if it's close, it's going to Ridder. I think all those things are true. I think there's a chance that it's not close. I'm just not sold on Desmond Ridder being like – for some, I saw someone on Twitter today say, and it's one of these same guy, I'm not going to say his actual name, Hawks homers, Falcons homers, like they're just the biggest homers ever. And they're like, oh, Desmond Ridder have no one, and he wasn't that bad. Guys, Desmond Ridder in those 4-game mini audition was terrible for NFL. If you're comparing him to NFL quarterbacks, he was terrible. Like, yes, did he get better each week? Did he look okay? Did he look like the 28th best quarterback in the last week of the season? Okay. He was not good. He was very bad when you compare him to other NFL quarterbacks. So let's not act like he got better each week. He didn't turn the ball over. There are some positives, but he was not a good quarterback. So at the end of the day, I do think you're going to look at a team. Last year, they didn't have nearly as good of a roster, and they still went out there and started Marcus Mariota 12 weeks out of the season because they thought he was the better option and gave him the best chance to win. They have a much better roster that can win more games. So if Taylor Heinicke is better by just like a good bit, like let's say it's not a toss-up, but he's better, I can see him starting, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we could be optimistic. We can be optimistic without being delusional on Ridder. What we saw, there was a lot of good things. What I personally am hanging my hat on is that he's got a high floor. His ceiling is not too high because his physicals aren't that impressive, but the intangibles that, he possesses, the leadership, the poise, all those things that make up a quarterback that a lot of people don't see or even think about, Ritter's got them. And so that's why I think, if he's developed the right way, and it seems like Arthur Smith's offense is very quarterback friendly, and he can excel in that kind of offense, he can be a league average starter by the end of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with you at all on that. And I think there is a divide where you see people on way on one side and way on the other, and I'm just somewhere in the middle. I'm like, yeah, I'll give him a chance, but I don't think he's so we can't replace, we can't get somebody else. We have Desmond Ridder. What? You're out of your mind. And then there's also some people that say we can't go into the season with this guy. Yeah, you can. The quarterback class next year will feature Caleb Williams, Drake May, a lot of really good players. And if he is that bad, the Falcons will be in position to trade up or to get one of them just with their pick in general. So I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, I definitely think I'm somewhere in the middle as well. He could be the guy. He could not be the guy. I'm not super excited. I'm okay giving the job, but I think that's where most sane Falcons fans should be at this point.